Welcome back to the kitchen, where we turn our attention to a phenomenon around this time of the year: overindulgence. Andrea, our vital nutritionist, is back with some very healthy treats, yes, but also a wealth of knowledge to approach this season. Now, for some reason, we all seem to lose our minds, and we know that there are feasts to be had, but what do you think it is about this time of the year that just turns us into these guzzling, crazy people?
Well, I think it's the festive season. We want to celebrate, we're invited to parties, there's beautiful food, and obviously we're going to eat that. What also happens is the more we eat those rich foods, the more our bodies start craving them, and the more we can pack it away. So I think we need to look at how to be mindful about how we eat.
It does help to have an arsenal of tips and tools you can use to not overindulge, but you also, like you say, want to be able to enjoy. You don't want to be rude to your host and not indulge, but we need to draw a line somewhere. So take me through some tips that you've discovered in your journey on how we can kind of combat the overindulgence.
Well, if you look at research, it's something that they have actually studied. And one thing links to portion sizes and your plates. We've got 3 plates here. Both of them are some shade of blue or grey. And they've seen that people tend to not overeat if the crockery is blue.
That is amazing.
Also to use a smaller plate. So especially this time of the year, there's often parties and functions, etc. So you end up eating more than 3 meals a day. And if that's the case, rather go for a smaller plate to dish up your meal if you know that there's some other festivities later.
I'm beginning to understand why all Christmas colours are red and green, to avoid the blue plates, but that is very clever, and it does make a lot of sense. We do start eating with our eyes first, so create a fuller, smaller plate rather than using a massive plate. Okay, I like that.
Okay, so the second tip is to stock up on fluids that are sugar-free. So here we have some iced green tea, the Vital Fruit Infusion green tea, so it has a fruity flavour, but there's no sugar in there. Or a glass of water. So before your meal and during your meal, have some water or some iced tea.
Now, maybe it's a bit of a fallacy, but doesn't having too much water during a meal interrupt the digestive process? Or, I often hear that you mustn't drink and eat at the same time.
Definitely not. Your digestive system is quite capable of handling the fluid and the foods, and the extra fluid in your stomach fills you up quicker. So you tend to not eat that much and go for that second plate of food.
Or third,
yes.
Possibly.
Oh dear.
Then we know that the big meals become almost an event that you are building towards, and it's for days you're preparing meal, you're getting all those favourites out. What do we do on the day that we are having the feast to make sure that we don't split our stomachs or our belts?
I think there's often snacks laid out before the meal. So here I have a selection of healthy snacks, and it's basically salad. And the idea there is, especially if the meal is going to be enjoyed later in the day or late at night, that while you celebrating with your friends and family, that there are some healthy snacks to start filling up your stomach. Because I think there's lesser of a chance that you'll be eating lots of salad during the meal, where there's all that wonderful Christmas foods and... Well,
it's the proteins that normally kill me. So I think having a lot of good fibre as well, and the nutrients in there, it's going to help take the weight off the system, which is fantastic. Now, the problem is, all of this being said, once I see that gammon in front of me, everything flies out the window. What do we do if we've overindulged and we're now sitting with an aching belly?
Well, if you've overindulged, it's definitely going to strain your digestive system and your liver. So that's why this comes to the rescue, called Vital Liver Rescue. It's a supplement, and it contains artichoke extract, and that soothes the liver and also helps with the digestion of those fatty foods. And also contains B vitamins that helps restore your liver if it's been strained, and also helps keep up your energy. So a nice one to have after overindulgence.
Well, I love it. Well, make sure that you do approach the festive season with vigour, but don't overdo it. You want to be able to enjoy these special occasions with your family and friends. My take is always take a little bit of absolutely everything, so you get a taste of everything without being completely full. Then maybe, just maybe, you can go back for seconds. Andrea, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think we should dig in, actually.
For every Vital supplement you purchase, R1 will be donated to the Vital Foundation to support organizations that fight women and child abuse. R1 makes a difference.